Hey, hello there, this is RJB, and today we're looking at the finals between JH and Golden Kong for Hamburgersasu's anonymous, but no longer anonymous, 1 vs 1 tournament. Both players managed to make their way to the finals, and now we are going to jump straight into the first match between Vacuum and Janus. Vacuum is known as Golden Kong. We've seen him on the channel before. He's apparently a very cheesy player. He loves some cheese, he really does. And he's pretty good at cheesing as well. Now, not all of his build orders are cheeses, but they are a little bit different what other players will do. So honestly, I am not sure what to expect. For most players, I kind of know what to expect. But with Golden Kong, I know not to expect what I usually expect. So that is the expectation. Expect something you weren't expecting. So that's what he's going to do. And Janus here on the other side is known as JH. A very strong player, very smart, solid, always does the correct thing. But sometimes, sometimes things don't work out, but most of the time he really steps up to the plate. This guy doesn't crack under pressure. This guy is the definition of performing under pressure. That's this guy. JH is here on the yellow Protoss going for a Nexus first build order, whereas Golden Kong is going for his... I think this is pretty much a trademark build order now, where he goes for a depot in the front. Pretty trademark stuff. Depot in the front so we can get a choke up in the front, but it does expose the depot to early rushes, which I personally don't really like. But considering JH is not going for any early rushes, he's going for a Nexus first. And he goes for a gateway. He doesn't go for a forge. The forge is now gonna be... He goes for a second? Oh, wow! Wow! This is unprecedented. So one little thing here is that it's very risky to go for a Nexus into 2 gateways. He's gonna go for a Nexus into triple gateway. Nexus into triple gateway. That is actually really ballsy stuff. This is like taking a massive risk. Because the 3 gateways are so late, in theory, Golden Kong has amazing early game rushing potential. Not per se like rushing with all of his first couple units, but there are some pretty strong timings where you can go for an attack at about 4 minutes, at about 5 minutes, where he overpowers the Protoss because he has stim and medics for his Marines. There's a pylon in the front there though, but as you can see, Marines already arriving on the scene, but those 2 Marines won't be much of a challenge for the Zealots that are about to spawn. Once Zealot is spawned, it's this Zealot by itself to take down those Marines, and then we're gonna be in for a good game, because once those Marines go down, the pressure is off the lid. The pressure is off. But for now, the pressure is still on. There's an academy there on the way, he's got gas as well, so stim and medics soon in the mix. But first, Marine again. Oh, pretty good micro there. Golden Kong always manages to deliver in that regard. He is really control focused. That's why almost all of his builds are so different than everyone else's builds. This guy goes hard on the control. He goes hard on trying to style and do wacky things. Because he's apparently a wacky man. A very wacky man. Barrack there, the SCV that stayed alive, JH missed it. Gonna build a barracks there, but then Probe actually just goes for it. It's normal to get vision on your corners, so that's why the Probe is going to the corner to get vision of exactly this situation. The barracks is up and coming. You always gotta check for it. You don't know if it's there, but always get that vision in the corner, and that's exactly what he's doing. Probe there, pylon there. Probe there for a pylon, but he can't build a pylon because the barracks is on its spot. He's gonna try to catch the fire bat, and actually the fire bat's gonna get killed here because it's gonna get locked into a Zealot prison. Oh no, JH managed to... He's gonna get it. No, it manages to wake its way out. Oh no, there's a fire bat on the loose. Now it goes down in the end. It goes down in the end. Nothing to be concerned about. Instead, just gonna use that barracks for vision and information. He won't see the Robo in the front, but it is safe to assume a Robo is already there or on the way. Citadel of the Dune, he might spot them, but he turns around after he sees the 3 gateways. Gonna go to the front to check up on the robos. Is it 1 robo or is it 2 robos? It is in fact 1 robo. Yes, very important part of information because now he can start formulating his own response. He might spot the Citadel there on the top. He sees the level 1 attack. Now seeing that level 1 attack, at least if he's paying attention to it, is very important for this game. Because seeing a level 1 attack on 3 gateways on a single robo in the front, now there's a second one on the way as well, but it gives him a clue. And the clue in this case is he's going to have to prepare for a frontal zealot speed level 1 attack. I call it the Zealot Reaver bust. He's going to try to bust through those depots with some Reavers and Zealots. It will arrive soon, about a minute or and a half. Minute and a half, maybe a minute. A little bit over a minute, probably. So 3 robos instead of 2. He's amping up the robo play. Didn't expect 3, but 3 is on the recipe. He's gonna keep standing there, wait. Tank already finished for Gultong Kong. Very, very fast tank. He got a very early +1 command center. He didn't get the second one until a little bit later on. But his economy should be fine and growing and exploding. Once that one finishes, and he's gonna get a lot more SCVs coming in per minute than before. So tank drop is on the way. There is a pretty decent spot to tank drop from right there. Maybe even right here, because these cannons are pretty far away. They do cover the area. There's only 3 cannons, and he might arrive just on time to take down the probes. Goes back in with the barracks to spot once again what's going on there in the front. He might see a Reaver finish and another shuttle finish if this one flies back out once again. Got Tempest Archive there on the way. Tank drop comes in, but it might just be just on time, but the probes are already running away. How many is going to pull the safety? Tank siege is up. There's still another tank in there. He's trying to trick him into putting his... Oh, there it is! There's a tank! The probes are going to have to run towards it! He got the shot off. He kills 1. What? Okay, that is a miracle. That is straight up a miracle. Only a single probe kill while shooting at a stack of about 24 probes. That's nastily lucky. That's disgustingly lucky. So because he saw this giant massive choke, and because already 7 minutes into the game, and you should expect a tank at the choke once you pass the 620 mark, goes for a drop instead. Comes in for the top side, sees there's an engineering bay there, sees a turret there, starts to walk next to the turret. Marines are coming in to try and kill it, but the Marines are not able to go in because there's 2 Reavers and a couple Zealots as well. Zealots get pulled into the tank. Now the Marines take down the Zealots. JH is going to try to shuttle more units over, get more units into the mix so he can have a real fight. He gets shots off on the tank. The tank going down is absolutely massive and necessary here for JH. A lot of Zealots now coming into the mix as well and trying to go for some sweet Reaver shuttle micro too. And while he gets closer and closer to the SCVs, but he can't get close enough just yet. All the Marines have to be taken down by the Zealots. Reaver unloads. Reaver's going to try to get a shot up on the SCVs. SCVs are unstacking and running away, but there's nothing to defend her in the back. What a absolutely brutal move here from JH. There's almost nothing here for Gultong Kong. Shuttle goes down, Reaver goes down, and the last Reaver there stays alive. That's taken down in the end. Frontal attack there happening at the same time as well, but that one won't achieve much. Here comes another drop once again. There's a Reaver in there. SVs are back on the minerals. Reaver's going to unload. Templar in the mix as well. Templar's going to... 2 Templars! No Storm though. No Storm. He's a little bit too early. He's just a little bit too early. There's the Scarab though. Scarab kills 2 or 3 SCVs. Storm is soon going to finish up. It's there on the top left corner. It's finished up, but SCVs have already ran away. That's actually pretty lucky for Gultong Kong. The fact that JH was just a little bit too early there with sending the drop in. Didn't wait for a Storm to finish. But in the end, he killed pretty much everything. He killed pretty much everything except the SCVs. So that is a beautiful, insanely well played by Gultong Kong for as much as he could keep his SCVs alive, but all his units are gone. Another drop there comes in. There's a Reaver in there. 2 Reavers in fact, and with some shuttle Reaver micro, he's going to take down all the Marines with ease. Picks it up. Yeah, this is gonna be disgusting. Yeah, disgusting stuff right there. One Reaver goes down, second Reaver tries to get... Oh, yes, 13 kills, and that's the game. Golden Kong taps out, and JH is the winner for game number 1. After 9 minutes and 43 seconds, he takes home the W. The win is for JH. Let's update that score, give him a win. 1 win for JH after game number 1. And honestly, Golden Kong played pretty well. I wasn't expecting it to all be over that quick, but shuttling those zealots over the hill and having over 12 zealots inside of Golden Kong's base and having those 2 Reavers to assist them, or you can even say the other way around. The Reavers were assisted by the zealots. The game just went south very, very quick for Golden Kong. He pretty much couldn't put up a fight anymore. As everything just started dying. Zealot speed with level 1 attack is lethal. 2 Reavers into the mix is a recipe for disaster. So now JH back on the Terran, his favorite race, and perhaps even his best matchup. Terran against Protoss might just be his very best. Although he's pretty good at everything. He's a pretty great all-round player. So I'm gonna speed up the first 2 minutes, as is tradition, and see what kind of trickery Kong is up to this time around. So, as we know from the previous matches and the previous games, Kong likes trickery. You might even call him a villain number 1. But he hasn't caught a superhero on the run just yet. Maybe he's gonna catch a superhero on the run this time around, as JH's opponent might be perceived as the superhero and Kong as the evil bad guy, the villain. A super villain number 1. So yeah, 2 minutes have passed. Let's get back to normalcy. Rope there, finds a Marine. Marine gonna try to kill that one, but not gonna happen, not yet. Cybercore, they're on the way for Kong. Got 2 Zealots on the way as well. Those 2 Zealots should give him some needed time to get his strategy rolling. The Zealots are... I don't want to say they're stronger than all the Marines currently out on the map, but because all the Marines are split up, because they're scouting the map, he's got a pretty good chance at actually hurting JH here. Because 2 Zealots can kill 5 Marines, if those Marines aren't microed optimally. So yeah, 2 Zealots arrive in the base. There's only 2 Marines, but 3 more are gonna spawn in the very near future. That might turn the tide, as long as Kong doesn't just get a lot... Oh, he misses that Marine. He attacked the barracks, but at least he's got more Zealots on the way. Marines are being pulled back to the base. He's now on the hunt, but he's dancing back and forth, not sure whether to go or whether not to go for the Marines. He's gonna have to wait for the Zealots, but the Zealots are staying there in the front because he's focused on killing the SV back at home. Now there's a 3rd gateway on the way, and he's got Dragoons on the way as well. No Dragoon range yet. He needs a little bit more gas for Dragoon range. But actually, this is a build order that I've seen done before against GH. And it kind of worked out. But it was by a player much better than Kong. It was Minchul. Minchul did a build much like this, and he transitioned it into Reavers, and the Reavers were just so insanely well-timed and strong. But I do think JH might have learned this lesson from that time. JH doing some pretty good micro here, dancing back and forth, preventing death of Marines, while maximizing the damage on those Zealots. Kong is trying to buy time for his Dragoons to finish, although the Dragoons are already there actually. So he's only going for 2 Dragoons with some Zealots. The Zealots are there to buffer for the Dragoons while the Dragoons take down the Marines. Or if the Marines try to go attack the Dragoons, the Zealots take down the Marines. Kind of like a pretty good combination actually. It's only 5 units, but those 5 units are enough to keep JH contained. JH is not going for extra command centers. He's adding one now, but it's pretty late. Usually he gets one very early, but because Kong had a lot of units, not a lot of units, but a couple units out of the map, he felt just threatened enough to delay his command center. And honestly, it doesn't really matter because Kong is on a single Nexus as well. He's adding a Nexus now here, just because he feels, I'm sure he feels, that he's not going to achieve what he wanted to with his build order. He's going to go for Dark Templars, I suspect, because there's no other tech present at the moment. So Dark Templars are pretty much the only real option he's got. There's Engineering Bays, they're on the way. Dark Templars have been queued up. I do think the Engineering Bay will finish just on time, and the turret might finish just on time as well. But there is a chance that the turret will get taken down by the Zealots and the Dragoons. There's a chance. Now there's a Robo somewhere in the base being built. Oh, there's a Robo. It's finished. Support Bay will be added on soon as well, because you always need that one, so it's not really anything revolutionary. But here comes the attack from JH. But JH might just be making... Oh, sorry. JH might just be making a small mistake here by sending those Marines out into the middle. He doesn't know Dark Templars are on the way, but this might be a small little mistake. He loses more Marines than he should have. And notice, actually, the turret in the front is delayed. It's pretty late. So you have to get that one finished up as fast as he can. Will he make it? The time is going to be very close. He's blocking access to the turret. Very well done. He's blocking access to his base as well, but he's losing so many Marines. But in the end, turret finishes just in time. Everything worked out just fine. It was on the edge. It was on the edge. But it worked. Engineering Bay, they're not going for Marine upgrades. He's just going to send it up to the side. So no level 1 attack, which usually really helps in sniping down shuttles. More Dark Templars, or is the same Dark Templar? It's more Dark Templars. So the shuttle there is going to pick up those Dark Templars, send them into the base, and buy time and distract, and open up a path for the follow-up Templar drop. That's going to be coming in once the Storm upgrade finishes. But can those Dark Templars do the trick? Goes in, surrounds the Marines, gets maximum amount of Marine kills, is detected by a turret. There are those who loses one of the Dark Templars, but 3 are still left alive. And more are being flown to the base. Gets the scan. Oh, they're locked into a corner. Can he kill them? Can he kill all 3 Dark Templars? Yes, he gets all 3, but 2 more are ready to strike. There's a turret there. The turrets are pretty well placed, actually. Goes in. Gets detected, gets attacked, pulls back. This SCV dies there though. He's gonna look for another opening there, something to kill. The shuttle is empty at the moment. Units are there waiting in the front, but he's focused on using the Dark Templars. He's got armor for air on the way. Because that way, your shuttles don't instantly die when they get attacked by upgraded enemy units. So the Dark Templars being annoying, killing depots. Scan is back up, so JH goes in, but the Dark Templar split up, so he's gonna get neither of them. Both of them stay alive on the littlest little bit of HP you can possibly imagine. But he's got another scan soon. No scan, actually. But now everything is protected by turrets at the moment. And that is important, because now there's not much room for... Can he kill it? Yeah, he kills both of them. And now we've got a shuttle drop there flying over the bottom side, or going towards the bottom side to fly in over the bottom side. And there's another drop there, ready to go in over the top side. Very classic little trick to just force your opponent to defend against 2 different shuttles from 2 different locations. Very useful and strong tactic. But JH is doing a pretty good job. Storm comes down. Storm kills half the Marines, but down on the bottom side, another shuttle drop comes in. He's gonna try to snipe. Oh, the Templar, the High Templar, got taken down by the tanks instantly. But now from the top side, the Reaver is still alive, still wreaking havoc. Gets taken by... Sorry. So yeah, that one stays alive. I don't know why I made that sound. I don't know at all. I just blurted it out. Just la 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 la. I don't know why I did it. Tries to go in once again. Reaver gets the Marine split up. He still gets almost every single one of them. There's a Templar in the mix. Templar doesn't have energy. Oh, it has energy. It had energy. It's just a little bit slow with the storm. But no SCVs fall victim to the Templar. But we got a tank drop here on the way. Signature JH tank drop coming in, ready to take down some probes. And he's going to get a lot of probes there, I feel. 17, 3. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of probes. 21 probes are gone. 30 probes are still alive. Kong does not have a lot of money. But this is how JH wins so many of his Terran against Protoss matches. He hits the Protoss at a really bad time with a tank drop, and he'll try it again. He's gonna try it again. Well, this one might fly in. Ooh, overshoots it by a little bit. There's a lot of Zealots and Dragoons here as well to snipe it down. Starts to siege up. He's gonna get a kill. He's gonna get a shot on the probes. No, he does not. So now we got a return drop from Kong. He wants to get some payback. He wants to get some payback. He has to get some payback. It's not just he wants to, he has to. He comes in with the shuttle. Is this one gonna be a money shot? Is this one gonna be it? Ah, the SCVs have run away! SCVs have run away. So sadly for Kong, no payback. No return blow to keep him in the match. He's still in the match, but he's fallen behind. And when you're behind in workers compared to a Terran, the future is not looking bright. And I just know that JH is going to try to get another tank drop going. Another one. Now there's a Corsair flying back and forth here, so that one's going to get spotted out. Is it going to get spotted out? Yes, it gets spotted out. He's got a lot of units here prepared to take down the tanks, but he might get a shot off. He might get a shot off on the probes. Probes are not yet running away. The tanks are unloading. It's two tanks. It's two tanks. Probes run away just in time. Got them all hotkeyed. Pulls them to safety. Keeps them alive. But that is once again lost mining time for Kong. And he gets the wind taken out of his sails once again. If he hadn't gotten hit like that, he would be throwing out attacks non-stop. But now, there's only very small, minuscule attacks that probably won't get through. Once again, they might have seen each other. They might have seen each other there. Not sure if they did, but they did almost cross each other's vision. So a tank drop and a shuttle drop, both coming in from the far sides of their base. There's Marines in between and turrets as well, so who is gonna hit the money shot? Alright, this is he gonna get a Templar out on the map? Templar unloads, Templar... He gets the big storm. Ooh. 37 kills. JH being a little bit too careless, I want to say. So there's a dropship there on the top side, and it looks like Kong did see the dropship and he's waiting for it to arrive. The carrier spots it out. Dropship's trying to run away, trying to get in there, trying to get a tank drop off on those probes. Units are firing on the dropship. Dropship is still alive, miraculously speaking. Tanks are unloading. They're pretty far away. This tank there, gonna get a shot off on those probes. He gets 10 and 0. So he gets 10 probes. Not ideal, but it's almost 1/5 of all the probes that Kong did have. And now JH is gonna play with fire, because he saw the carriers. And with carriers, you know that it takes some time for them to build. So he's gonna try and go for an attack and win the game before Kong has too many carriers for JH to take care of. Because at the moment, there's no starports, except that one there on the top side, but there's not much else that can fight against air. Ooh, great storms from Kong there on the Marines. The Marines get shut down, but still a lot of them are still left alive. Turrets being thrown out in the middle as well. The turrets might just secure the win, as the turrets are great against interceptors, but not quite sure. This game can still go either way, because JH is low on money, but Kong is also low on money, but only because he's spending it all. So another shuttle drop there leaves the base. Gonna try to shut this one down before JH gets the chance to set up shop there in the front. Shuttle gets taken down there by the turrets, though. 2 Templars there on the scene. There's nothing in between to kill the Templars except 2 Marines. This Marine blocks the path there. This Marine blocks the path. That is huge. Blocks the path once again. Forces storm on the Marine. So JH does get his income secured. It's low, but it's there. It is secured. And turrets are also there on the middle. Kong loses a pylon and gets supply stuck. That is actually the very last thing he needed. He is supply locked. He's focused on using his units and preparing himself for the push, but he is supply blocked. Every unit he loses now is going to hurt him. But so does losing units for JH, because damn, he just lost almost his entire attack is gone. JH just lost his entire attack except for 6 Marines in the tank. The Storms really being the game breaker. The Storms really breaking the game here for JH. Another Storm on the Marines, and there's only 1 Marine left and 4 turrets. But the turrets don't pose much of a threat if there's nothing to support them against the carriers. Couple Marines arrive trying to stim down the interceptors, but I don't think those Marines are going to bring the amount of leverage he needs, because they don't have upgrades. Oh, they do. Where did he get that upgrade from, though? Alright, so the game is back in a stalemate, but there's a 60 supply difference at the moment, and there's almost no anti-air for JH because he has no armory. No armory. He doesn't have an armory. Oh, dear lord. He's got... Oh, he only has Marines. The turret gets taken down in the front. Our temple around the loose gets taken down there though, but now the carriers are hitting hard. Carriers are hitting pretty hard. He's level 2 attack on the Marines if he doesn't have any... Oh, Storm Drop comes in. Storm Drop misses. 12 kills. That's not a miss. That's not a miss. That's a hit. So JH is bleeding out. He's bleeding out. No armories, no Goliaths, no Valkyries, no Raids either. No raid. He's gonna try to hit another tank drop. He's gonna try to hit another tank drop and make it so that Kong cannot produce any more interceptors. But while that is happening, JH is falling behind further and further. And the carrier count is now pretty big and scary. 8 carriers in total. Tank drop arrives on the scene, starts to unload. Probes are not running away. Probes. 36 probe kills! Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. That's a big one. But is it enough? There's a big army at the front door. And JH doesn't have what he needs to defend himself. One storm. He might not even have to storm. The storms come out though, and the Marines go down within the blink of an eye. He's got a tank drop on the way to kill the last remaining probes, but I do think Kong has just enough minerals to keep making interceptors, and there's enough Templars there as well to take down the last couple of Marines. He goes with a tank drop there into the base, but probes are running away to safety, so no, there's not going to be a miracle comeback here for JH. The Marines are dead and gone. Templars are getting closer to the SCVs. Closer and closer. Storm and the SCVs. SCVs all go down once again. How many Oh, 61 kills on the Templar. Kong wins in the end. And he deserved it. He deserved that win. But JH got really sloppy at the end. JH really made some big mistakes there that cost him the match. That's game number 1 and game number 2. Both players have 1 win. And that means that this is the video for today. This is part 1. Come back for part number 2 whenever it gets uploaded, which should be soon. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hope you're excited to find out. Hope you are just as excited as I am to find out who is going to win the finals and win themselves a nice sum of money. I think it's about $300 that the winner gets. I don't think I actually ever mentioned the prize in any video before, but $300 is a pretty nice amount of money for winning a StarCraft tournament. Thanks for watching. It was RGB for RGB TV, and come back next time around when I return with the action.